The Skinny Bob video was released on Ivan 0135 more than 9 years ago. Now, I have always believed this video to be a hoax. It's a very, very talented piece of CGI. But as time goes by, we still have to ask certain questions. For one, why has the person that created this video in the first place never took credit for it? Why have they never come forward and said this was a hoax? Why have they never monetized the channel that they released it on to actually try to get some sort of reimbursement for what must have been a very time-consuming and expensive project? Now, there have been lots of theories over the years. One of my favourites being that this alien has a very bulbous head but seems to be wearing a roll neck jumper, so therefore the video must be completely faked. However, they seem to miss the fact that the jumper or sweater seems to have a zip up the front. But, you know, everyone's got to have a theory. There are a lot of people that still believe this video is genuine. Please go to the description to see a link to one of my colleagues who did a video on this not long ago, and he genuinely does believe the video to be real. And he explains in great detail exactly why he believes that. But he is not alone, and there are a lot of CGI experts that believe that 9 years ago this video would have been incredibly difficult to create and would have required possibly a team of experts using several different sorts of techniques, including model making, several forms of CGI, as well as prosthetics and techniques like this. So what does a real expert believe? Let's have a look what Nick Pope thinks.
One of the better fakes that I've seen. Looking at the skills of the filmmaker, I think it's a nice piece of work. It's well put together, and the black and white imagery is a nice touch because it plays into that whole idea that this might be something that's been in the government vaults for a while. Might even relate to Roswell, the holy grail of ufology. People, I think, have a number of different motivations for creating something like this. I mean, it's clearly an exceptional piece of work, and some CGI filmmakers actually use something like this to showcase their skills. One of the other reasons why people hoax is simply the joy of putting one over on someone. Never underestimate the appeal that has. The interesting thing is, this video isn't going to change anyone's mind. Believers will go on believing, skeptics will go on thinking it's a load of nonsense. If anything, a film like this is going to polarize people's beliefs. Those who believe in UFOs and extraterrestrials will say, this proves my point, I was right all along. Skeptics are going to say it's such an obvious fake, if that's all you've got, it just proves it's nonsense. A film like this ends up as being not just interesting from a cultural and sociological point of view, but I think it's something that will end up being used as ammunition in this ongoing dogfight between the skeptics and the believers.
So who do we think would be interested in purposefully dividing the people? Who would have the resources and the time to create such a convincing video? A video that some people have said would have cost anything from $20,000 to perhaps $200,000 to produce. I can't help but wonder if this is part of a misinformation campaign. We know that since 1953 in the Robertson panel that the US government charged the CIA with making sure people did not believe the UFO phenomenon was real. The CIA were directly ordered by government to make sure people stop believing in the UFO phenomenon by any means necessary. Another interesting fact is that Ivan says this alien came from Z. At the end of the day, if this is a fake, we can all agree it's an excellent fake. But we have to ask the question, why did they do it? What was the purpose? It is, of course, always possible that I'm wrong and that this video is in fact genuine, in which case we have much bigger questions to ask. In this section of the video, it talks about there being a treaty between ourselves and the UFOs that we first came in contact with in 1942. What would the purpose of such a treaty be? And I mean that from the aliens' point of view. What would they have to gain from signing a treaty? Perhaps they're just an alien species and they wanted to do something that made us feel comfortable. even though the concept of a treaty or a written down agreement might be as alien to them as they are to us, they may have gone about it that way simply because it was something that made sense to us. I can't help but wonder though, if the alien species breached some term of this treaty, what on earth do we think we could do about it? And I still wonder, what is it that the alien species want from the treaty, if one truly exists? What is it that they have to gain? So if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share the video where you can, it really does help us out. And leave a comment, what do you think? Is this a hoax, or is this actually some of the best evidence that we have of aliens visiting the Earth? And even if you think that the video itself is a hoax, is it possible the information within it is still genuine? And in that case, what does that mean for us? What on earth would that treaty actually say? Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.